Welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining us who are watching online. And for those of us who were able to make it to the call today, thank you for being here. This is Anchored in Love with RIMPAGE. And what we do here is very simple. We just get a great group of people together and we share about what we're passionate about. And then we share about who we would like to connect to and who we're able to connect others to. And so, Katerina, thank you for joining me here today. Would you like to go first?
Would I like to go first?
Yes, we'll put you on the hot seat.
I'm the host. I'm the host. But since you are filling in for host, you want me to go first? Sure. Because we are sharing about RIMPAGE today. RIMPAGE is a big mission, and if you think it's just about basketball players, you are wrong, because RIMPAGE is on a mission to empower a lot of people, and we would like you to connect with RIMPAGE mission from the start. Get curious about it, and we invite you to ask questions of us, because there is a place for you within that mission. It is so revolutionary, and
Yes.
it will change the way we look at not only sports entertainment, but also it is blazing a trail and changing the world that we live for the younger generations. We are empowering the generations that are coming after us. That is the legacy we are here to live. Um,
Yes.
who I'm looking to connect with leaders always, because I am here on a mission to help leaders become more refined. I'm here to help them connect with the most power that they have within themselves, and to be absolutely certain that they are always aligned to that power and to their own calling in life. So if you know leaders who are high performers, send them in my direction, because I love talking with them and I love connecting people. And who I have in my network, you will guess right if you think I have a set of people exactly like that already. And I'm happy to connect you with those that resonate most with you. So they work with parents, they work with mothers, they work with young athletes, they work with people who want to perhaps redefine themselves in life. So age is not a question, is not a limit. Gender is not a question or limit. Whoever is thinking progressively, please remember that I can connect you with them, and you should connect them to me as well. Thank you, Patrick.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Uh, Julie, would you like to go next?
She's muted, Patrick.
She's not ready. Okay, Mr. David, here we go, sir.
Oh, right. Okay. So about passing the
Here,
book. Thanks,
here we
Julie.
go.
Right. Okay. First of all, I'd like to talk about my network. I want to flip it and do it the other way around, because that's what I'm David from Going Beyond the Illusion, and that's what we try and do. It's not always easy, because we naturally would like to talk about ourselves. Our network essentially are coaches. When I say life coaches, just imagine the variations of them. And so you could be somebody who supports the teenage years, or I've got Nicole smiling away there, or maybe you help these amazing spiritual souls step forward and further with their leadership skills. If you're looking for coaches, to reach out to them, and maybe you want an epic interview with them, or to inspire your tribe with some of maybe some of their work, or just a 20-minute catch-up or conversation or something like that. If you want to, or if you've got an audience and you want them to be lifted and inspired, and you want to have that through some form of informal conversation, drop me a line, because I probably know the right people you can have a chat to. Right. Okay. So that's a little bit about my network, and they're great. Who am I looking for? I'm going to kind of like jink this together. I want to work with the right type of life coaches, and I can't tell you what the right type of life coaches are. I'm never quite sure on the English there. Because it's all to do with feeling. These life coaches, what they're looking for in their life is not just more clients. It's about, for us, our values are very simple. It's love, abundance, community, evolution, impact, and energy. So if you've got a vibration that kind of resonates in that sort of direction, or somebody's got an energy in that sort of direction, and they're really interested in having a paid community and putting that community first, then if you know that sort of person, put them in touch with me. So to give you an idea, I think you might have all come across a bit of chat GPT over the last couple of weeks, a bit of artificial intelligence going out there. Now, I've been smashing the arse off that at the moment. And it's what I've been doing is I've been making training programs for free. Because, why the hell not? Because I've had that time, I've put it to one side, and I've reached out to a few coaches, and I've done that, and I've given it to them. So that's the sort of thing I'm up to. They're the people that I work with. We help them have epic paid communities so they can just sit back and count all their friends.
Excellent.
So yeah, thanks very much for asking me along. And now I'm all ears, and I'm gonna have a glass of wine and listen to the rest of you. Was I within my 2 minutes? Or did Katrina?
Thank you, David.
Did anybody get the time?
It's okay. I just want to summarize. David is definitely a business coach who thinks outside the box. And you
Yeah, I'm
have
apparently a business coach, apparently.
Excellent.
yes,
Any
he's
volunteers to
amazing
go
at
next?
moving you
I'm
forward.
sorry.
No, he's amazing at moving you forward when you are stuck. Yeah, I
Bless
can
you.
vouch for that.
Let's come on, throw Nicole into the fire pit. I want to see her scream.
She's
Miss
ready.
Nicole.
Hey, everybody. My name's Nicole. I actually live in Illinois in the US. And I would love to do what David did. So my network is filled with amazing people like Patrick and Katerina, and I want to include David. I don't know Antoine yet, but I also have been busy in the Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi arena. I also have been focusing on my Facebook group. And so I have a really great resource for people who are just looking to develop a Facebook group. Not for everybody, but if that's something that you're interested with, I do have a resource for that to develop your Facebook group and get the systems behind it. So if you're looking for those systems, I can connect you with that person. She's not quite in this group, but she's definitely going to get an invitation today. My name's Nicole. Like I said, I am a life coach for teenagers. I currently teach skills in person to everybody, all teenagers, preteen, teen, anybody in between, so ages 9 to 14. And it's pretty exciting to be able to teach to everybody. I also support the parents in a free Facebook group, Support for Families Teaching Life Skills to Teenagers. But I am most excited about my new program. My new program is a confidence creator with an HER at the end, because I'm going to focus on moms and daughters. Moms and daughters are going to be my focus. It's a program super close to my heart. And if you have talked to any mother of a teenager, they know that they have at least one problem with their teenager, at least one, whether we want to admit it or not. So I am looking for mothers and teenagers who just need a boost in confidence to go from dependent on you as the mom to being a confident action taker in their own lives. And I am so excited about the formulas and the steps that I have created for these moms and daughters that will move them forward. So today, I've actually moved my call for my group to make this call. So today at 10, I'm actually going to give you the secret about your book of life and how you can take control. So I would love any mother or parent. I have one group for parents, and then I'm going to start a private group for my coaching program for mothers and daughters. That's going to be more private. We're going to talk about, sorry guys, all girl things that we need to talk about. So
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very important word.
Yes. I love that you can be on these calls, Nicole. Very important message to get across. Beautiful.
Nicole, I had a question. do the people you work with have to be in Illinois, or can you work with them virtually?
No, actually, yeah, my coaching program is going to be completely virtual. I will have a live event, and that will be in Illinois. I have a lucky opportunity that I have access to a building. I'm going to try to get that off the ground for the summer, but the future is coming with that. That live program will be in Illinois, but otherwise completely global.
Perfect. Excellent.
Thanks for asking.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Antoine, are you ready, sir?
I think I have to be. I will say this first and foremost before I start. Nicole, you and I definitely will have to connect this, but you'll find out in just a second here.
Yeah.
So my passion is first and foremost, don't let this background fool you. Yes, I'm a basketball coach, been coaching for 38 years, but that is just the catalyst and the platform for me to impact many young men and women. I've been doing it for 38 years. I run a nonprofit basketball coaching and mentoring organization, JLT Fieldhouse, which our mission statement is coaching and mentoring the leaders of tomorrow. Last year, I wrote a book, The Ultimate Guide to Success for Preteens and Teens, and it outlines my 3 steps to success, which in C is an acronym. It stands for simplicity, effort, and attitude of success. I host a podcast, Developing Tomorrow's Leaders, where I interview coaches, teachers, educators, and business owners, all of those that have the power and willingness to impact the lives of young people. And I just started another podcast with a network partner of mine. It's called Teen Speak, where we'll be interviewing teenagers and them coming on to share their passions, their challenges, and how they've overcome those challenges. And a secondary part of the Sea of Success program that I started, my book, which is The Ultimate Guide to Success, I am converting my book into an online academy. It's called the Sea of Success Academy, which leads to what I am looking for. I'm looking to connect with parents of preteens and teens that need help with their personal growth and development and confidence building, resiliency, character building. These courses that I have on in my academy they're in the universal design of learning format, which means they're all in 3 different formats. There's video version, ebook version, and also audio version. So based on their learning style, we have everything for them. And then the only other thing I'm looking for is teenagers and to come on our podcast so we can interview and they can impact the lives of other young people. And who I have in my network are a lot of people because of my podcast. I've been introduced to a lot of people that everyone here could definitely benefit from. So I'm happy to connect with you and share all of those contacts. And lastly, I will say that it's an absolute honor to be here because when I'm connected with Patrick a while back, he and I hit it off right off the bat. And it's very rare that you meet people that you connect with. I started a group, it's called the Village of Inspiration, and it's based on just what we're here talking about. All of those to have the ability, willingness, and capability to inspire other people, because together, just like they say in basketball, team together, everybody achieves more. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wow. So happy you're here. You're in the right place.
Yes.
Amazing, incredible mission.
Very succinctly said as well. I was like, yeah, listen to every single word. That's pretty good. I'm thinking, I'm sitting back there, I'm the alleged business coach, and I didn't tell anybody what I did. Like everyone else is going like, this is my name, this is where I'm from, this is my inside leg measurement, and this is my job. I'm like, learn.
Well, Antoine, thank you. Thank you so much.
I love that. Very, very important work in that village of inspiration. Wow, I love that phrase. Awesome.
Yeah, good work.
That jumped out at me, and that statement at the end that we connect because together we really can grow bigger. And that was our idea as well in connecting this group, because we are here growing our network, and we thought what better way than to connect everyone with everyone we know.
Yeah.
Because we're so powerful together.
Powerful together. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Patrick, one more contender here.
Yes, Miss Julie.
Yeah, and I finished eating my breakfast now, so I can talk. So thank you for allowing me to go last and sort of finish eating and all of that. So so anyway, great to be here with you. I am Julie Hardwick, and I'm based just west of Chicago. So in the state of Illinois. I did, for the sort of British accent on the line, I did grow up in the, or there's more than one, I guess. I did grow up in the north of England, and did my undergraduate work in England initially, and then moved to the US. So I have a tiny bit of an accent left, but not much. Anyway, not at all. Shaking his head. So anyway, about me. So I did a complete pivot at the end of 2020. I retired from corporate after 31 years and sort of decided to just follow my lifelong passion. So I've always been interested in health and wellness, and, you know, as a working mom, just trying to take care of myself, take care of my family. And so when I did my pivot, I now have time to sort of pursue that interest in that vision. So I have become certified as a holistic health coach. I primarily work with women midlife, and I like to say midlife and wiser, and really just live, you know, like, and it's whole person health. So what does holistic health mean? It's whole person health. So it's looking at both not only the food you put in your mouth, but your career, your relationships, your spirituality. Those all make up your person, right? And even if you eat healthy and those things are out of balance or out of whack, it's hard to be a healthy person. So that's what I mean by holistic health. And yeah, so I work one-on-one, and I'm also beginning to, you know, I've dabbled in a little bit of group programming and hope to do that more this year. And my network is, you know, so basically people like-minded like me, you know, like entrepreneurs, but also, if you're interested, I have some people that I've networked with that if you're interested in pursuing the LinkedIn platform, I did an academy this last year and have lots of people sort of like in that space. So if you're interested in that and into, you know, for me, LinkedIn was a platform, it's a business platform. And so that was, and I was used to it from my corporate work, and so I felt comfortable there, and so that was kind of, you know, why it's a great community, and I really enjoy the people I've met on LinkedIn. I've met some really great people. Let's see, I think that's it.
Lovely. That is beautiful. Like LinkedIn is the platform. We have chosen to be on this platform for a reason, and all of the lovely people you're connected with, please don't forget to invite them here so that we can network together with all of them. The more the merrier. These calls get really fun when we have more people joining us, as we have done in the past, because we ran them only once a month before. And Patrick, you are last to present.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'll share what RIMPAGE is about in the form of a story. So first of all, each one of us lives in a city, so we have a number of different cities represented here. But do we know who's the best basketball player in that city, in the city you live in? And we don't know. And so basketball has been around for 75 plus years, and yet we're not answering that question. You can't Google who's the best player in Chicago, or who's the best player in this city or this state or this country, and a picture comes up with a person and his stats and his records and his matches. We don't have that. And basketball has been around for this long, and we still don't have it. And I think basketball fans deserve to know that. I think they want to know that. I think if there was a button they could click and they could see that, I think they would. So RIMPAGE is out to answer that question. We want to know who is the best basketball player in the world. And the interesting thing is that player is already out there. He already exists, but no one knows who he is. And so the story is one that we're all familiar with. It's about this prince who has this huge ball, and he meets a young lady at the ball, and he dances with her, and he just dances the night away. And I don't know what it was about this particular woman, but she captured his heart, and he instantly fell in love with her. But then as midnight rolled around, the magic that made her who she was in that moment was starting to wear off, and she knew it, so she had to get away. And so she scurried away, and the only thing she left behind was this slipper. And so he's got to find this woman now, and the only thing he has is this slipper. And so his idea is, we'll get all the women of the kingdom together, and we'll have each one of them try on this shoe, and whoever the shoe fits, that's the one. So he's looking for the one. That's what RIMPAGE is doing. We're looking for the one best basketball player in the world. And our shoe, our slipper, is these 4 tournaments. Whoever is the best in the world, he's going to do these 4 things. He's going to win his city championship. He's going to win his state championship. He's going to win his national championship, and he's going to win that international tournament. Whoever does that it will be the undisputed best basketball player in the world. That's who we're looking for. And like I said, that person already exists. That person is already out there. He's a star without a stage. RIMPAGE is the stage.
Beautiful. Who are you looking to connect with?
Looking to connect with anyone in the sports industry who's in sports entertainment, sports media, video editing, sports broadcasting. And then for people also who want to grow this league, who are looking for opportunities to make an income from it, you help us grow the league, and we have various compensation packages for you. We're looking for those athletes to join the league. And then in terms of who I have in my network, it's quite a few professional athletes and people who do marketing.
Excellent. That is.
Could I actually chime in? This just happened last night, and I want to share because it just happened last night, and Patrick, you'll appreciate this.
Yes,
so
sir.
It has to do with RIMPAGE. So reaching out to a young man that I been training him for about 3 years. Phenomenal young man. He's a freshman in high school, and the last 3 years have been very frustrating for him because he's smaller. And he doesn't get the recognition because he's smaller. But I've seen the transformation, not only in his personality and his game, but his confidence. So when I was talking to him about RIMPAGE, which by the way, he's jumping all over that. So he's going to get that started. So he's definitely a yes. But we stayed on the phone for another 30 minutes. And the reason was I started asking him about how his season was going. Well, when he started this high school, there was a possibility he could play varsity as a freshman. And turns out, he goes, well, coach, it's actually not going as well as I thought. And I said, well, tell me kind of what's happening. So as he started explaining to me, and Patrick, you probably know this as well as I do, the politics of high school basketball really disrupts kids' opportunities to do what they do. So as the conversation went on, I said, this is exactly why RIMPAGE is perfect for you. For all those naysayers for the last few years that have not given you your opportunity. And I've seen your progression and your confidence and your willingness to put forth. I know what you're capable of, but it's about what you're willing to do. And I know you're willing to put in the extra time, and I'm going to help you do that. He goes, thank you, coach. I'm going to definitely do that. So this is why I think RIMPAGE is so important, because those kids that are not getting the opportunity, they're out there by themselves, getting to prove themselves, and they're writing their story, which is what RIMPAGE is all about. So I just wanted to share that. So I'm excited about seeing how well he does. And he's a heck of a player.
Do you mind if I come in on the back of that? You see, when I was like 14 to 17, I was playing cricket, and I wasn't a great standard, but I wasn't getting in the first team, and I never really gave it too much thought. Why? I've just gone along, just enjoying myself, and that was it. And it was only until a few years later, one of the old coaches, I bumped into him in town or something like that, and he apologized. Like, sorry, David, that we couldn't do this for you, and you can do that for you. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, well, you never really played in the first team, but you deserve to play in the first team. Well, I thought I deserved to play in the first team. Well, you never got a game. I know I never really got a game. He said, well, I'm sorry for that. I apologize to him. Like, what are you apologizing for? It just wasn't good enough. He said, no, you were good enough. It was that the dads were picking their kids ahead of you. Your dad wasn't in the club. He didn't come to the game. And I didn't even recognize that. So that's why I wanted to bring that to the attention. I mean, sometimes you'll recognize that, oh, yeah, this guy's getting ahead of the game because his dad plays and what. Right. But I didn't even see it. That's why I'm mentioning it, because I think an awful lot of that goes on. And when I sit back and think about it, yeah, yeah, this happened, and this guy didn't play as well, and this guy didn't play. And I remember on a words night, I took a hat trick that season. Hat tricks are really rare. To put it into baseball terms, it's 3 balls, 3 strikes, right? And I was a bowler or a pitcher, and it's pretty damn rare. And I got that last season, and I didn't even get recognized at the awards ceremony and stuff like that. And I thought, shit, that kid didn't get recognized either, and his dad didn't go, and that kid didn't get recognized, and that kid didn't go. So, Antoine, thanks for saying that, because that just kind of like just brought something back to me that I could bring to this, and maybe there's people out there that are ready for RIMPAGE that don't actually see that, but need to see it.
Right.
David, are you free on Wednesday this time? So it would be 4 p.m.
I don't know.
your time. If you could check for us, because I would like to invite you to our live that we do on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we can
Okay.
talk more about that subject.
I'll put it into my first step calendar as an excellent.
There you go.
If you're on that list, you got a good chance. So 4 p.m. Wednesday.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You know, if I can just add to that, because it's kind of in line just listening to you, David, like, and Antoine, what you're doing is awesome. But like, our oldest son was always a very avid baseball player, right? And he, played, Little League and all that kind of thing with the Park District and travel. And the thing that he waited for the longest time for was when he could play for his high school team, right? That was like he was just so, for many years, looking forward to that, right? And he did play as a freshman. He sat a lot as a sophomore, and he didn't make the team as a junior. And when you mentioned the thing about high school politics, right? That was just his I shouldn't say lifelong goal, but his childlong goal, right? To play for his high school baseball team. And it just wasn't what we thought it would be, just because of politics, didn't realize all of that. And he just loved to play the game and the whole game. And they were starting, and I guess that happens in baseball, right? But they were beginning to look at him as just more of a pitcher, but he loved to hit. He wasn't a power hitter, but he loved to hit and play the whole game. And that was really sad as a parent, to see him look forward to that, and then it just not turning out to be what he had dreamt it to be, So
yeah, I know exactly where you're at. I mean, when I was got to 18, I started a part-time job, and it just replaced my sport. I was just washing pots in a restaurant, but it just replaced my sport, and nobody reached out to me to say, "Hey, David, why aren't you playing?"
I'm so sorry to interrupt us, but we have to keep on the on time on subjects in these calls. So I appreciate all of you sharing, and this is the importance, because when Patrick says basketball, he also says other sports, right? So for people who are listening there, we can recognize that this is symptomatic. This is in every industry out there.
Yeah.
We're not recognizing the talent that there is. There's so many sacrificed dreams in the wake, and the world shouldn't be like that. So I'm so thankful for people like Antoine and Nicole working with young generation, specifically empowering them. And also we're doing our bit as well to encourage young people to pick themselves rather than to wait and be picked. And RIMPAGE is here to change the way that things are done in sports. Right. Basketball first, we're starting with basketball, right, Patrick?
That's it.
Yeah.
So you can think of RIMPAGE as a philosophy, and that philosophy is talent deserves to be recognized, regardless of who holds that talent. We just want to measure by the talent that a person has and give opportunity to the best talent. And so wherever we see barriers to that, then we want to tear those down. So basketball is only the beginning for RIMPAGE. This is going to be huge.
Want to have a fair stage upon which they can display their talent. They still need to work hard. They still need to have a strong work ethic, but the stage should not be, obstacles like gatekeepers and things like we pick you and we don't pick you when you are good enough, like David said. So excellent subject, and I could go in depth on this, and I would love to discuss it. But because we have committed here to networking, we want to keep these calls open and invite anyone who is interested in networking and empowering other people who are on the same path, who want to change this world for the better for all of us, to join us in Anchored in Love with RIMPAGE on Fridays.
Thank you.
The link is there. Join us in the group. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming and making this phenomenal talk today. Patrick, I'll leave it to you for last word.
Yes, that's just it. What we're doing is so important, and it's also so much fun. Nicole, I saw that you had a comment. Would you please leave that in the chat for us, since we won't be able to get to it on the show? But if you would please invite your friends to the next one, and let's stay connected, and let's show up and do it again.
Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. Thank you all.
See you guys.
Bye.